let's learn how to use the Puppet Warp tool in Photoshop. The Puppet Warp tool requires that you create markers on your image from which you can manipulate the size and position of any given object. This process has been widely adopted in the film industry for motion capture, a process of converting real-time data into animation. I think this is important to remember for anyone starting to learn the Puppet Warp tool because we can use this image for reference when creating our own markers. Notice how each part of the body is mapped out to show us the point of movement and rotation. Once you have the layer you'd like to manipulate, select it in the Layers panel and convert it to Smart Object to ensure we can edit our changes later. Then go to Edit, Puppet Warp. The first thing you'll see is this mesh on top of your layer. This represents the density of what we're working with, as in the total polygons that make up this image. We can increase or decrease this amount based on how much control we need to have. This can be adjusted via the drop-down menu at the top. I'll keep it as normal. The mode on the left refers to how much flexibility our puppet will have. For now, I'll hide the mesh as it's blocking my view, and then start by making a point on the wrist, elbow, and shoulder joints. Notice how I move one point and the rest of the layer is moving from its position. This is because we haven't stabilized the position. We can achieve this by adding more points across the body, so that once we move our point again, the central position is maintained. In terms of changing the mode, you should see these three options as hard, medium, and soft. If I select Distort, you can see how drastic that change is. And of course, you can make adjustments to your liking. I'm going to bring this guy's hand across his face like this. We can actually bring it to the front by pressing the pin depth icon at the top, a super useful feature that's quite underrated. In terms of functionality, you can delete pins by holding Alt on your keyboard and selecting them, or select multiple pins by holding Shift. Additionally, you can rotate pins by holding Alt and rotating this wheel. To commit to these changes, press the tick icon at the top, or alternatively, press Enter on your keyboard. And that's all there is to it. Remember, since we used a Smart Object to begin with, we can just double click on the Puppet Warp title on our layer to go back and make adjustments at any point. And this was Design Dummy.